still having 3 of the inner planets retrograde, and one being Mercury. We always know they're horrible. But then Jupiter and Saturn. Hi, Anita. Hi, Lee. Hi, Jen. Hi, Mary. Oh my gosh, everybody's joining in. So just ask a question if you have a question. So Mercury is set to go direct on the 31st, which is also the Leo new moon, and that'll be helpful. But I don't think we're going to see much change, unfortunately, until we get to around the 10th of August, because that's when Mercury will almost be out of the shadow and Jupiter will go direct. So I think these crazy challenges that we've had over the past 4 or 5 weeks are going to give us another few weeks opportunity to figure it out. Hi, Tracy.
All right. We are live on everything.
We're live on everything. All right. Well, Anton's in charge of YouTube, and I'm monitoring Facebook. And the first question that we have tonight is from Tiffany. And her question is, will Magpie ever be able to go home? So we don't know who Magpie is, but want to give it a whirl? No? All right. So I'll go first. Well, the 8 of Cups is a card that, if we had one word for it, would be abandonment. So wherever Magpie is, Magpie might feel like they really need to make a change. Looking at this, I think they are moving on, but I'm not sure they're actually going to go home. I think they're going to start a new phase of their life. So I don't know that they're ever going to get to go home as in back to where they came from, but they may move forward to a different type of living, and that's how I would answer that. Hi, Liz, all the way from the UK. All right, now I've got to get writing. So Roxana.
Well, you get writing. I'm trying to find out where
Roxana would like a card about love.
All right.
So when love comes to the town, I'm going to ride that train. All right, why can't I get to commented on your video 6 minutes ago? There we go, we're live. Yay! We got it. And tap there. Swipe up for comments. No, don't swipe up.
Okay, so you have Roxana and love.
I have Roxana, love, and the Queen of Staves in my deck, or Queen of Wands in others.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes. Well, what that tells me is that you have to take control and put what you want out there to attract what you want to come out. So it's all in your hands. You have the ability, but you may just not be going about it the wrong way. This gives you the power and the strength to do whatever you want to do. But a lot of people are a little expect things to happen naturally or this way or that way without any work on their part. And this is saying, yeah, sorry, honey, you kind of got to do some of the work. But if you want the right one for you, then controlling the situation a little bit is probably to your benefit anyway. So get out there, honey.
Get out there. All right, so next we have Anita, who would like a question, an answer regarding family.
Okay.
Some information regarding family. And yes, I've got everybody. I've got Jamie, Mary, Michelle, Kelly Marie, and I'm up to Liz. So Rogan is going to do Anita on family next. So this is Anita's card.
And what is, I don't get, what is the question? What am I supposed to do?
She just said, Anita said, please pull a card for me regarding family. So what is your message for her? You know, it's just easy peasy.
Okay.
Oh, dear me.
Let's put this one back and pick another one up. Well, it's the 8 of Swords, dear.
Well, swords can be challenges.
Yes. Challenges, situations.
You can have more than one card if you want clarity. You don't have to just do one card.
I wish I knew what I was doing.
I'm still learning how this is working. Oh, well, there's good stuff here,
I
but...
have no idea what I'm doing.
Right. Well, you have the
Help
Eight
me
of
out here,
Swords,
Rogan.
but then you have the Ace of Cups. So, it tells me a lot of challenging situations as families can sometimes do, but the love is there, or at least the love should be. If you have problems, situations with your family, don't lose sight of the love part of it. I don't know how to say it other than that in this way, because I've never done this before like this.
Don't stress, Mr. Rogan. Don't stress. It's wonderful. You're doing
No,
awesome.
we're all used to being in our private little reading rooms and have all the time in the world.
Well, let's put it this way. Families are tough to deal with. So
yes.
choose your battles and always know that most often they're always going to have your back, and you should too, and things happen. But usually when there's no one else left around, family is usually the ones that are. So you got to keep that in mind also. And
That's good advice.
you got the big good card of love, so it says keep that in mind.
Good deal.
Good deal. So, hi, Jennifer. I'm trying to figure out how to get both. Oh, hi, Samantha. Happy Wednesday to you, too. I think we're sort of getting it going on here. So, oh, yeah. Hello, Pamela. I see you. Everything seems to be working. Shock horror.
Everything's
Which is
working.
Are you on YouTube?
I've got YouTube going here, and
right.
I've got Witch's Tea Party going here on the
Oh.
on the little iPad.
Oh, right.
And so I
Well,
I
I've
should
told
be able to
everybody on
see
Witch's
stuff,
Tea to
but-
come over to the shop.
Okay.
All right. So,
So that's probably better because I may fail miserably at this. So
how is everyone? You're welcome, Anita, and everyone is just settling in. You know, all of us at the shop do take the work that we do very seriously. So to come on Facebook Live and be in this kind of setting and make sure that you're being very responsible and really working towards trying to help people and sort out all the energy that's flying at you, you know, the energy of like being live and the energy of trying to do this spiritual work in front of a camera. It's all kind of bizarre, but we've had some really good feedback and really good success. So
Hey Ginger, how you doing? So we're sort of getting to grips with this, which is quite remarkable considering we're in the throes of like the worst Mercury retrograde imaginable. Everything but everything is going pear-shaped at this present
yes,
moment in
we've
time.
had our Mercury talk while you were down the
We
hall.
did.
All right.
We went out to get ink, right? Get this, and so I ordered it for speed and expediency. I ordered it online, pick it up at the store. So we arrive at the store. I go, great, here's your ink, and then proceeded to spend 15 minutes trying to get no less than 3 people trying to get it out of the plastic container. You know, the anti-theft plastic. It defeated them. They had to go back into the stock room and get another one. So these things happen. So if you guys have got a question, chime
We've
in.
got a whole list.
Oh, we got a whole list. All
Yes.
right. Well, we'll
So
have at it then.
up next is Jamie with a career question. What can we tell Jamie about career?
Who would like to tell
Well,
Jamie about their
technically,
career?
I suppose it's my turn.
Yes.
Ooh, right,
He's like,
Wallace.
just
I'm
do
just
it.
trying to share.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, right. Well, this card is about learning to release things that no longer serve you. In the tarot, there are, in the major arcana, there are 22 cards, and they are the cards and their opposite cards. So to understand this card better, you need to understand its opposite card. So the opposite card to the devil is the strength card. That makes this card weakness. So you need to not feel guilty and not talk badly about yourself. Build your confidence. This card also represents Capricorn, which is the merchant banker. So I think there's some very, very good news for you if you stop defeating yourself. So take that noose off your neck, move forward into something that you love doing, be serious about it, and you're going to make lots of money. Don't worry. That's my answer for that.
Hey, that's not bad.
All right.
really
Rogan,
not bad.
your
Yes,
turn.
sure.
Will Mary sell her book this year?
Hi, Mary. What book is that? Oh, wait.
She can't give you feedback like that. She's not here.
Yeah,
I
pop it
can
on
tell you.
eBay. No worries. No, I'm being
Oh.
flippant now.
Well, it's interesting because you have the chariot. Can you see that?
The chariot. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. The chariots, I always look at it as very positive because it's about moving forward, going places or doing things. One thing that stood out when I took the card for you, though, is being in the driver's seat, so to speak. In the chariot gives you that control. So I would look at this as a positive because things moving forward in a positive direction. But I don't know who is publishing the book or any of those details. But it's kind of like if you can get behind it in some way and help move it along, then go for it. But I would think that's a positive answer. Things are moving in the right direction. So, chariot, move forward.
All right, Anton.
Yes.
Kelly would like a message for her. What does she need to know?
Well, apparently your message is being delivered by first class mail, and you have the Queen of Swords. What do you need to know? Well, I don't know, this card, I like this card, but it does indicate that you perhaps are giving off a few mixed signals, which can be confusing to those around you, like, come here, no, bugger off, come here, no, bugger off, come here, no, you know. So, I understand that the need sometimes for distance, and I understand that it's important to have personal space, and it gets awkward when somebody's like invading that. But by the same token, you can build a dirty, great big wall around yourself to keep all the crap out, but that also keeps out the good stuff too. So I don't know. Trust is something you have to pay forwards, Kelly. I know that's kind of crazy, but if you don't, it's like a Mexican standoff from the get-go. Oh, she doesn't trust me. Why should I trust her? You know. So I don't know. Just try to think about it and try to be a little more open. And it's okay to say no. It really is okay to have boundaries. But you know, speak even if your voice shakes.
Okay. Rogan.
Yes.
Talk to Michelle about her small business.
Small business.
Think bigger. How do we get?
All right, Michelle. Oh, one of the good ones. Again, can you see that?
Probably not. We should have borrowed the other camera from Bob.
Michelle.
Sorry, Michelle. You got the Fool, which actually is very good. I don't know what your business is, but it doesn't matter. The Fool, the message of the card of the Fool is to take a leap of faith. So anything that you have planned, if you're hesitant about it, building the business bigger or expand, whatever it is, it's saying, you know what, if you feel it's right, then go for it. This kind of gives you that.
Take a giant leap.
Yeah, take a giant. Yeah, it's kind of gives you that permission without saying, "Oh, yeah, well, too bad. You never know what's going to happen, but do for it anyway." It's really saying, "No, go for it because it would be better. Go with your gut. Do it." So, take chances and believe in yourself and whatever your business is and what your goals are. And go for it, whatever.
All right.
I don't know how you get to the live page on.
Hi, Lita. My cousin Lita just shined on.
Hello, cousin Lita.
Hello,
All
Lita.
right. So it's my turn. I have to do Liz, all the way from England. Liz wants a love card. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, hi Samantha. The Queen of Pentacles, to me, is the Aquarius card. I know that seems funny, but because it's the Queen of Earth, and Aquarians are hardly ever grounded. But to me, I think that this is saying, go within and think about what it is you truly have to offer and what it is you truly wish to receive, right? So you see, she's holding all the answers in her lap. So this is saying, don't settle. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right. And that as you meet new people or look for the person who is the one, if a red flag comes up, honor that. And if your instincts tell you, honor that. And think about how much you really have to offer. That, you know, you have compassion and kindness and integrity and all these things to offer someone. So don't settle for someone who's not going to offer that to you. And I don't know, I just really feel like something's cooking with an Aquarian. So see what happens.
Cooking with Aquarians?
Yes.
Sounds like fun.
All right.
Could be messy.
Stephanie would like a message from her spirit guide. Hi, Felicia. And hi, Lorelei from Washington.
And hello, Julie on YouTube. We've got your question. We'll get in on the list, don't worry.
Okay. So, Rogan.
Yes.
Stephanie, a message from her spirit guide.
Oh.
No pressure.
I know, right? Stephanie, you got 8 of Cups.
Interesting.
So, not that a spirit guide would ever send you any confusing information or
No, never.
Oh, fun.
what I'm getting from this for you is she's always there. He or she is always there guiding you, and it's this is about choices, making the right choices, but also if it's whether it's emotional or based on serious things, facts or whatever. So for me to get this from your spirit guide, I think it's saying to you to rely more on your instincts. They're there to guide you, but you still have everything within your control. So it's not like don't get stuck if you don't think you have the answer. I think she's telling you to ask for a little bit of guidance and then go with it as you will, and not worry so much about if the spirit guide is helping you at that moment. It's kind of like trusting your own choices and decisions, because they are there, and you and to believe in yourself more, and that you can rely on yourself more. They're always there, but you have to look to yourself as well. That's the only way you're going to learn from them to go forward. That's it.
Cool. All right, Anton, you said you have someone.
Yeah, it's probably you can do it then. Julie asks, how is my son going to do on Monday?
He is going to remain in a space of self-control. And when I look at this card, I always remind people that it's a double-edged sword. So, there's going to be good things and bad things, challenges, but he's going to rise to the occasion. You've taught him well. He's got a lot of really good information. And I just said he's going to rise to the occasion, but I think it's more like he's going to fall back on what he knows. And he's going to be in complete control of the situation. So he's going to do really well as long as he keeps it together, and I think he's going to. All right. Oh, Liz said, haha, very weird. Weird? I've been seeing an Aquarian. But we haven't come to a complete decision yet. Well, don't settle. Make sure you love him if you love him.
And don't expect him to make that decision, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh. Aquarian men don't say much. Ooh. Hi, Ashes. Okay, so up next is Karen. She's waiting for some news for tonight, and she wants to know what the news, what our thoughts on the news she's going to hear tonight could be.
Oh.
I'm going to give you this one.
Why?
I just feel like...
You just feel it's good. Cause for celebration, but you might have to wait a little bit because this really indicates to me this is the fall, and it's all about the sisterhood as well. So definite cause for celebration. I think it's going to pan out. It just might take a little while to get all the loose ends tied up for you because this is the 3 of Cups. 3s are always good. Cups are great. Good emotional
good news,
stuff. Yeah. But the pumpkin down there indicates, tit frost on pumpkin like, No, we won't go there. There is a saying, but we're not. This is a family show, so I've been forbidden. But there you go. Back to you.
You think she's going to have a drink, a toast?
Got that, eh?
Put the bottle of wine down.
All right.
If all else fails, have a drink.
Have a drink. Where's the gin? All right. Rogan. Amanda wants information about her career.
Hi, Amanda. Information about your career. I'll do more than one for you, dear.
He's very generous. This could take a while. Apparently he's going for the full Celtic cross spread.
No.
Well, all's well that ends well, dear.
A little more information.
Yeah, you do, because I needed something to... All right, so not to hide anything, I'm going to show you the 3 I got. First was 5 of Swords.
Oh.
7 of Staves or Wands in my deck. And then the Ace of Swords. So... the reason why I pulled 3 for that is I wanted something to balance out the 5 of Swords. And there's your Ace. So, what was the actual question?
Anything we can tell her about career.
Well, right in the middle, the 7 of Staves to me is about change. The wands or batons or whatever they are in a deck you're familiar with. I look at these as tools because they're all used for different purposes. So tools of the trade work. And I see this as change. So 5 of Swords, there may be some difficult situations you're dealing with, but change is coming either because you need to make it or it's just going to happen. But you're going to be able to take control because the Ace of Swords in here, if you can see it, she's pretty awesome. This is victory for the situation, and it looks like a little trouble, changes that you can make or handle if it does, but you're going to wind up okay.
All right. Anton's turn.
Oh dear.
Renee about love.
Okay. I would love to take. So you got the King of Cups. I would love to. What's the card? What's the card?
We have to see. We have to know what you're saying is going on there.
Okay. So I don't know. To me, the King of Cups is somebody who. You need to maybe scratch the surface a little bit deeper because on face value, they're not necessarily a bad person. They're not necessarily underhand, but I do think they have a propensity to want to tell people what it is that they think they want to hear rather than necessarily telling the truth. And this probably stems from an innate need to be liked, because we all have that. Unfortunately, some people, I think, overcompensate and do gild the lily a little bit. So if you're currently, rubbing shoulders or getting acquainted with this person, I think you need to maybe set boundaries. And you also need to take what they're saying with a tiny pinch of salt, all right? I don't want to run them through with a saber, but this really doesn't. Yeah, the King of Cups it's I don't know. There's like this almost underlying kind of drama going on, and it's nourishment you want, not punishment, my dear.
Okay. So, Rogan, this next question is from a fellow Cancerian.
Hello.
So I know that you're the right person for this. So it's Pam.
Hi, Pam.
And she said Mercury is kicking her butt. And she's having all kinds of issues in her relationship. So is there something that we could tell her about her love life, her relationship? You're up right now, Pam.
Right
You have
now.
to do them in order.
I'll pull a card for you, Pam. But let me just tell you, if you caught any of the little bit in the beginning about Mercury retrograde and everything that's going on right now, it's not just you. It will pass.
It's a doozy.
It's one of those times where you have to really get inside yourself. Us cancers can shy away and hide away from things that are a little too much. But sometimes when you peek out, you see there's really no one else out there doing it, and you got to do it yourself anyway. So if you're feeling like you just don't have the answers and you don't know what's going on in your relationship, you're not alone, but you may just have to trust your inner self, because you have a lot more intuition in there than you probably give yourself credit for. I'm going to pull a card for you, though, anyway. Oh, and we got the Ace of Cups.
That's a really good card.
It's a great card. It's
Woosah.
the big card of love. So if you can't see it, in my deck it's a little small, but anyway, it says don't worry, everything is going to be fine. The love is still there. It's just crazy right now for everybody. So you may be the one that has to keep it all together and hold your tongue, but let it pass, and have good makeup, fun stuff later.
Awesome.
All
right.
So we have one from Jennifer.
Okay. I'll write her in here.
You want to write her in?
Yep.
Her question is, does justice prevail for me in my career success? So we'll make a note of it. And she's on Mercury, making a struggle. I'm so tired of the struggle. Choose not to fight. Just embrace the craziness. Accept it.
Okay. So whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Might be. I don't know. Go on, it's
so
yours.
this is we're behind maybe about 10 now. So this is
We'll catch up.
Julia, and a message from Spirit for her. Queen of Cups. So you can see that she's really looking carefully at things. The message from Spirit is to allow yourself to go deep. Allow yourself to commune with other, to dream, to astral travel, to let yourself get closer to Spirit. So I think your message is kind of like that which you are seeking is causing you to seek. So look, and then look again, and then really observe. And I think that you'll find that there really is a whole wealth of knowledge and information to be had from Spirit if you know how to speak that language. So let yourself practice, let yourself really get into being part of those messages. And listen, look and listen. All right, Anton.
Yep. Can I give you another question to write on the list?
Yep.
All right, this one is from Marie. Hi, I would love a card. Just dealt with my father's passing. Well, we're sorry for your loss. But yeah, we'll certainly get to you. And yeah, I like what you say, Jennifer. Just turn over on your back and float when the struggle gets too much. Yeah, and maybe get a margarita too. That's always good. In the pool, of course. But use plastic glasses for safety's sake.
What is her question? What is Marie's question?
Marie's question is, I would love a card. Just dealt with my father's passing. So not really a question, just really would just like some input, guidance, whatever.
Okay, so just writing down 3 more while we're doing that. So,
we will get to everybody. We will. Up to the point where we say, that's it, we've done taking questions.
Amy wants to know information regarding purchasing a home.
Purchasing a home. Yeah, I think you're kind of stuck between a bit of a decision here. This is almost like there's two paths you can go by,
card
and
you have,
you've got your two of
Swords.
two of swords.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what card he has without even looking.
She says, "I know what card you got without looking." Yeah, so this is it's almost like everything balances out here, but in the words of Yoda, decide you must. You know, unless you just want to wait, because a bit of philosophical thing. Yeah, if you're having real difficulty working out which is the best for you, what I think you should do is honestly really analyze this balance that you seem to have got, this decision you're trying to make, and write down take a piece of paper, divide it in two. On the left hand side, write down everything you love about this property, and on the other side, on the right, write down on the opposite side, whichever, write down what is it you don't like. And really sort of work through those and do a comparison. You're not honestly this. You look at this card, it's like, oh, if only I had more information. If I had more information, because ostensibly she's blindfolded. Now it's very difficult for you to see this, but if you look really closely, she's actually not that blindfold, because you can see the eyes peeking out just below the blindfold there. So this is like, take the wool off of your eyes and really have a good hard look, okay? And I think you will make the right decision, but don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured to do it immediately.
And anytime we see a moon on a card, we know the person's starting a new phase. So I think it is positive.
It's a waxing moon.
I think it is a positive.
Yep. It's a great opportunity. It's a waxing moon. Yep. So yeah. All in all, I know it's tricky, but stay with it. You're going to make the right decision.
All right. Rogan's up next.
Splendid.
Felicia's had a really rough year, and she'd like to know if her luck is going to change.
Hi, Felicia. You and a bunch of other people.
It's been a doozy. It really has.
It has. 4 of Cups.
No, I like it.
Yeah. This to me is about balance and things coming back into perspective for you. Cups always has to do with emotions and feelings and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of saying, you'll be able to reel everything back in. Sometimes we feel like there's no control over how we feel or do or say whatever. But it's really about trying to keep your positive attitude, if that's what you usually have, going.
That's what you usually have.
What are you saying?
I don't know. Like I say, it's been kind of a whirlwind year for a lot of people. It's people I talk to every day, and it's not just you or you're doing anything wrong. Like I said, I don't know all the astrological influences that Lisa was talking about earlier, but they do affect us. So I feel some changes coming with the second half of this year, which we're in now. Yep. So pushing towards September. I think August is going to be transition. That's just what I'm feeling for you, by the way. And so this month is almost over, and then we have August, which is going to be a little bit transition time, and things will ease off after that, I think. So good luck, honey.
Cool. All right.
So just a quick
Hi,
reminder.
Alicia.
Oh,
Hi,
sorry.
Jonathan. Sorry,
guys. Just a quick reminder, if you are watching us on Witch's Tea Party, the trouble is we're one computer short
monitors
here to try and monitor that. So if you wanted to pop over to the Awareness Shops page, there should be a link there to click on it. Yeah, pop over to the Awareness Shops page and ask your question there, or you could always pop over to our YouTube channel as well, because we're live on that. Alrighty. All
right, Anton.
That's me.
You're up next. Samantha wants
Yes.
to know about her love life.
Okay. Oi.
Well, that's interesting.
I got the feeling here. Oh, no romance without finance. It just hit me straight. Ain't nothing going on but the rent kind of thing. So just be careful. You don't need to carry somebody here.
Nothing going on but the rent.
Because yeah. You know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying here.
Aww.
So little bit of fiscal prudence would be a good thing. You're not a meal ticket. Understand that. So I don't know. Just be mindful of that.
All right. So Alex is up next, and it's my turn. Anton, Pam says she saw an orb float by you.
Oh, excellent.
Alex is up next, and the question is, there's so many things up in the air. I just want some advice about, how things are going to go, and in general, how things are going to go. So, the wish card. So I would say things are going to get better and better.
Jennifer, we've your questions coming up. You don't need to go anywhere. Sorry, I'm just chiming in. We're doing them in rotation. So.
Yeah, Jennifer, you're about 3 more.
Okay.
All right.
Hang in there.
Alex, I think this is about learning to manifest. So, my mom always said, if you get up in the morning and you can't decide whether you feel good or not, pick good and you'll feel better. Because if you pick crappy, you'll have to go back to bed. So I'm not going to give you the old life is what you make it, but I think you really need to manifest good stuff and let go of the stuff that is not what you want. Sometimes we get caught in that, this is so horrible, this is so horrible, this is so horrible, and whatever we focus on comes right into our focus. So you don't have to hold on to what is so horrible. You fix it, adapt to it, adjust, you just get on with it. And once you get past it, I think everything's going to look a lot brighter. So that's that.
All right. Can you put Autumn Lorraine on the list? We've got your question. Okay, I can see it. We'll get to you. We're doing them in rotation, so just hang in there.
Do you want to tell me the question?
If you want to, if you want. She just said, I've felt stuck for 6 years, felt I was coming out of it, but now things seem to be going back into stuck again.
Okay.
I'd like to know what you see. But I've got it here, so it's just get a name on the list.
So Rogan is up next. I've decided.
Aha! Well done.
Rain would like to know about healing and forgiveness and how to have a new family beginning.
Hi, Rain.
That's just a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah. What was give me the parts again?
Healing,
forgiveness,
a new family beginning.
Wow. Well, let's see what we get. Oh, here we go.
Again with your cups.
The cups are all
It's all
coming up
emotion.
today.
It's all emotion.
It's all It's all emotion, choices, family. Cups have to do with all those things: families, relationships. What I'm getting from that, from your question, is that there's been some difficult things and things you're trying to get over and recover from as a family, or even just a relationship, and family's just part of the fallout from that. I say you have to go with your heart, whatever you feel. You may have a lot of choices or decisions to weigh out, but really what you want to do is think of what is going to work best for yourself first, and anyone that you are immediately taking care of, if you have children especially. But I just go with your heart. If you feel you can forgive and move on from bad situations, then do it. You can't hold on to negativity. I think it's time to move on from whatever it was and just make things better, and so everyone can come back and feel like a family again.
Okay. Anton?
Years.
TJ's health. It's always a
good one. King of Pentacles. Interesting this, because I'll show you the card so you can see it. Hopefully you can. I know it's kind of small, but we'll tell you. Go if you've got your Rider-Waite deck handy, have a little look at this one, because there's actually a couple of messages in here for you. The King of Pentacles, this person is obviously quite well accustomed to the finer things in life, and I don't know. How does this relate to health? I think you need to be perhaps a little more conscious of what's truly going on inside you. Yes, it's nice to be important, but it's way more important to be nice. And I think if you start to see the good in people that you interact with, rather than them being a problem necessarily. Understand, it's TJ, yeah?
Yes, and health.
Health, yeah. Understand everybody has a story which we know nothing about. Yes, I know it's about health.
Okay.
But understand where health comes from is disease, if you will, is dis-ease. You know, something isn't quite sitting right with you. And all we tend to do nowadays is stick plasters on, you know, band-aids or whatever you want to call it, and treat symptoms. I think for you, it's important that you bring yourself into a more healthy environment, internally and externally. And I really think that this is what's, you know, mental hygiene, mental health and hygiene for you particularly, to take you from that really uncomfortable, difficult environment that I think you feel in some way frustrated by, will enable healing to flow within you. You've got to count yourself more in this than you currently are. Invest in yourself, you know. And I think the time says if you don't take time for your fitness, you're going to be forced to take time for your illness, and we don't want that to happen. All right.
Hi, Judy. All right.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go blow my nose, and it's very loud, so I'm going to go off camera to do this. My allergies are kicking up something rotten. I promise to be right back.
All right. I'm up next. I have Jennifer. Does justice prevail in career success? Well, this to me looks like the answer is yes, and I think that that there's some sort of really good partnership being offered, something that could really be a benefit to both parties, where you could work together and kind of work off of each other and reap the benefits of what each person does. So I do think justice will prevail. I think if there's any kind of actual court case, you're going to win it. But I do think that there is a partnership or an investor or something that is going to help you move forward. Okay. So, Marie, who lost her dad.
I'm sorry,
Anton,
Marie.
he's having a terrible allergy day today. So, Marie, who lost her dad, would just like a card. So, I'm afraid it's your turn.
Hi, Marie. Sorry about your dad. You have the Page of Cups. This is just for you. The Page of Cups is about compassion. It's in my deck. He comes along with a very gentle soul that just wants to be there and be there for you, not necessarily having to say that much. So we're very sorry about your dad, but right now it's okay not to have to express yourself or tell, or people don't know what to tell you, and they can come to you and they just want to help, but they don't know how to help. And if you just want them to be there, just let them be there. It's more about what you're feeling now than anything else, and no one can change it or make it better, but you can look back on your memories and keep it good. So I think the Page of Cups comes up for that, because it's saying there's probably a lot more around you, people that are feeling for you, that just don't know what to say or how to say it. So hang in there. I know it's a tough time, and nothing can heal it, but just taking time for yourself and just being glad that you have the memories you do with your dad. Okay, so be compassionate to yourself too. Okay, understand that you need time to heal. Okay, don't let anyone push you into anything different.
There you go.
All right, so just to chime in, Tiffany, go ahead and ask your question. Otherwise, we don't know what it is. And Jennifer says, "Thank you so much, Lisa. I love you."
Okay. Well, you're welcome. Tiffany is the one who asked about will Magpie go home in the very beginning.
Gotcha.
And then I said, well, scroll back to the beginning because we asked it. But since I guess you're asking for the third time in a different place, you really can't get there. So I had pulled the Eight of Cups, which in my deck is abandonment. So I said they may change residence, but not go back to their original home. They have to move forward. There's some sort of big change where they may feel like they're leaving things behind that they don't necessarily want to leave behind, and they can't go back to where they were. I think that's pretty much what I said, but you'd have to go and look. So, all right. Lori wants to know anything that might be important for her to know.
All right. Please excuse my mad sneezing outburst. I'm hopefully didn't disturb anybody too much. The Empress. Cracking card. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely card. I don't feel that, although this card very much indicates fecundity and fertility, I don't think in this instance we're talking about the parallel feet. I think we're more talking about really moving into an extraordinarily productive phase, which I think is good, you know, because I don't know, I want to ask you this question: what do you want to be when you grow up? And I think you go through doing the 9 to 5, the 9 to 5, the 9 to 5. Now is your turn. Now is your time to really push ahead with some of the plans that you've gotten sidetracked, because they're going to pan out. And this is an excellent card for the flow of prosperity and the start of new beginnings. So have at it. Whatever it is, do it.
All right. Rogan, you are up. Maria, whose birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday,
Happy
Leo.
birthday.
Hey,
Maria.
happy birthday, Leo. It's my
wants to
dad's
know,
birthday today. Yes.
Oh, it's your dad's birthday. Yeah.
Yes.
She wants to know, since she's having her solar return, what do we see in store for her for the next year?
Oh my. You can get a whole year's worth of info in a card. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. You got the devil, dear.
Ooh.
The devil made me do it. I promise.
Lessons.
Wasn't me, Your Honor.
Maria, hopefully you're one of these that doesn't, just get scared the first time you see this card. It's really not. Lisa had gotten this
Albert.
card for someone else another question earlier and explained it that way. You can use that information, but when I get the devil, it's not a bad card. As Lisa was saying, it's actually the opposite of strength. So it itself is weakness. It has nothing to do with you. What I see for you going forward for the next year is just to take whatever you're presented with, any situation. You're Leo. You just do. You make it work somehow, and if you don't make it work, you certainly make everyone have a fun time getting there. So, you usually have just like a way of getting there. Anyway, so another thing about this card, when I say the devil, the demon in the room or whatever, is saying, whatever's in your way, just don't let it be a thing. Just look past it. I see positive things, so it may be because the energy of your birthday is close, and that always gives me energy. So I'm looking at don't let anything get in your way. Whatever it is you want for the year, devil be damned. Just say, no, I'm not going to let it defeat me. I'm going to go forward and do what I want to do. So do that, and happy whole year.
Happy whole year.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the Leo's birthday month.
So, Maria, I have to know, if you're still listening, that is the Saturn card. So how old are you? Because if you're between 28 and 30, you might be having a Saturn return.
Ooh.
And that could be a very challenging year, where if you're in that time frame. You learn a lot of lessons and you gain a lot of wisdom. But I agree with Rogan. Just do what you have to do and be you, and you'll be fine.
Yep,
All
it's
right.
the Leo way.
Okay.
Albert, good day to you also, Albert. And yes, may I have a reading, please? Yes, please go ahead and ask your question. So we can do that. If you don't have a question, just say, tell me what I need to know, and we'll give it a go. All right?
All right. Valerie would like to know if we see her art business doing well, and it's Anton's turn.
Oh, it's always my turn, isn't it? Oh dear, bless.
I think it's mine,
You know,
actually.
listen.
That's good.
You worry too much is your problem,
you're at the home, so
Valerie.
that's good.
You know, we attract the things, whatever we focus on, putting it bluntly, comes into focus. And if you're worried about this and that and everything else, that is the energy. It's like you're plotting the route to go exactly where you don't want to be. Oh, and then this happens and that. You know, and so stop it. Adapt, improvise, overcome. You are capable of doing this. Fretting, worrying is not helping you, okay? Visualize nothing but absolute success. And you will be successful. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, it's down to you. Really.
All right. So I have Autumn, who had said that she felt
Stuck for 6
and
years.
she wants a card.
Yes.
Ooh, a good card. Time to rebuild. And now, this is interestingly enough a picture of the Masonic order. And many times in a reading it talks about modifying a home or, redecorating, things like that. So for you, I'm going to start there and say, I think that if you change the energy in your living space, it will change the energy that you're living with. So you might want to put a few crystals or think about how stagnant clutter might be, clear away things that you don't want. Then the next thing to do would be apply that kind of clearing and decluttering and energy change to your social life. So if you can find some new people who are like-minded, and sometimes this card also talks about groups like fraternities or things like that. So I'm not necessarily saying you're going to join a fraternity, but you could join a yoga group or a meditation group or something that will help you find your tribe, something that will help you find people who can shift the energy. So yes, it is about you and the job that you do to make the changes, but it's also about aligning with and getting closer to the energy you actually want so you don't feel stuck. All right.
Marie wanted to know what card that was. Marie, are you talking about the one we just pulled?
It was
now?
the
'Cause
devil.
That's for you, Marie. You got the devil.
Marie had the devil,
Right.
and this is the Vision Tarot, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Right.
Hi, Sean. Welcome.
Okay.
And Valerie, you're welcome. And hi, Lisa.
And Albert has a question. So
Okay,
do
what's
you-
Albert's question? Quick, 'cause my
how
mind-
do I break out of the cycle? Is if
Well,
wanna
you
add
should
that.
have listened to what I just told Autumn about breaking out, and that will apply to you as well.
I love the way all the energies come together and coalesce.
But let me put that over here.
It's kind of cool.
I'm missing some now, so Rogan, I will give you. Ashley wants to know about her new business endeavor.
Hi, Ashley. Oops. Pick up too many cards at once. All right, so
I love it.
Ace of Staves. Well, just because they fall out don't mean you have to use them. I got the Ace of Staves or Ace of Wands in other decks. One of my rules is if you pull an ace, you're doing good to start. So the energy in my deck, though, with this card is about making decisions and balancing things. Sometimes it's your energy you have to balance. Sometimes it's what's going on around you, and if you can, about taking control of what you need to. So did she say this was a new business, or?
It just says business endeavor.
Well, I would think it's positive. I like to lean more towards the positive. And this being one of, you kind of have to wait out. There's good days and bad days, and some days things are going to be easier than others. So if you're putting all your blood, sweat, and tears into what this is, then just make sure that it's something you really want to do, and make it work for you. It's kind of saying you got some work to do here, but you can do it. You just gotta gotta believe it, and you gotta get yourself behind whatever it is. So good luck with your new business or your business endeavor.
Okay.
Yeah, Marie was actually asking about the card for autumn. So that was the Three of Pentacles.
Oh, the Three of Pentacles.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is a cracking card. I always see that as about higher purposes as well. But anyway, moving on.
Hi, Kira. Hi, Tina. Hi, everybody else I didn't say hi to that
Yes.
joined in recently, because
We've got lots of
quite a few
people.
people watching. Okay.
Albert,
so
we take the readings in the order that you're on the list. You
Yep.
will get a reading.
I did write you down, Albert, even though what I did say to Maria probably applies to you, but we're right now about 10 behind. So Gary is up next, and he was just asking, am I up soon? And he wants to know anything that we would see that could be useful to him.
Work. I know this may sound really painful, but it's not, because you've actually, when you put your mind to it, you achieve some amazing stuff. You do have a good work ethic, and this is very much about earned income, but it's substantial earned income. So for me, this is just simply about doing the steps that's necessary. Apply yourself, give it 100%, and really, really work on it. And look what amasses, Focus on what you're building. Focus on what you're building. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. If something can be improved, improve it. Yeah. Don't strive for perfection, but do strive for excellence. And so long as you do that, I think your success is absolutely assured.
All right. That means I'm up next, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think so. So I have Cecilia, who's also having a birthday. She is a Leo.
Oh,
Happy
I love the
birthday,
Leos.
And
Cecilia.
she wants a message from the universe.
You probably pull the world card now, just for a laugh.
I don't know. Hold on, I got to write down a couple more questions, Cecilia, before I answer you.
We will get to you. Please be patient. We take the questions in the order they're received, and we'll let you know. Raven, pop over to the awareness shop. I see you posting on the Witches Tea Party. Either pop over to the awareness shop or pop over to the YouTube channel. We can't monitor everything simultaneously, so go ahead and we'll get to you.
Okay. This is for Cecilia. This is the Hanged Man, if anybody's interested in what this card is. So I think this is a great year. Hey, Annie. I think this is a great year for you to learn. I think you might actually get some sort of certification in something. Now that doesn't mean, that you have to get a master's degree. It could be some kind of adult education or something that you've always wanted to learn, like a Reiki certification or even becoming a notary public. But there's something that I think you're going to really be able to feel very accomplished about. And I just want you to focus and understand that whatever it is, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So, sometimes you can be a little scattered or have a lot of energy in different places. If you collect that energy and really apply it to what you want to learn, you will learn it in a heartbeat. And no, Isa, we're about 10 behind. I have your question, so you'll be up shortly. Rogan. Judy wants to know, is there love in the air?
Hi, Judy. I certainly hope so. Let's see what we got for you.
Excuse me, I'm
The
so
eights are
sorry.
You
crazy.
keep having eights all night.
Eights.
Eights are good.
Eights are good. To me, eights are a lot about a lot of possibilities. So, I think what it's trying to say is, well, there's a lot out there. So, are you doing anything to attract anyone to you? Are you being social or going places. You don't have to go to bars necessarily or do the online thing. Doesn't work for everybody. But if you put yourself out there and realize that there's someone for everyone, as they say.
So mote it be.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But part of getting there, even starting out, is believing in it. So, but you have to kind of believe in you before you can look for someone else, because if you don't like what you're looking at in the mirror, then don't expect anyone else to. So, if you feel that you're ready for a relationship and want to put yourself out there, then hopefully you feel good about yourself, because that's the key to it. And then present yourself just as good as you feel. Okay? Good luck, honey.
All right.
So Raven Hair Witch is continuing to ask a question on the Witch's Tea Party.
I'll put her on the list.
Could you please ask your question? Because I only see the little notification thing pop up that you're asking a question, but it disappears so fast I can't read your question. So would you either pop over to the Awareness Shop's Facebook page or the Awareness Shop's YouTube channel, okay? And if you can do that, we will gladly answer your question for you. And one little bit of feedback for Rogan. Marie says, I met with Rogan at your shop last summer and your reading was spot on. Love the energy of you all here too. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria.
All right. This is, and Judy said thank you too.
You're welcome, Judy.
This is for Lenora. This is Anton's card for Lenora's career, business, and financial success.
Oh, well, this is pretty darn good,
looks
actually.
Really good, actually.
Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Well, first thing is, Page of Pentacles, I don't know if you can see this, we've got this plowed field down the bottom here, and we literally are towering above this. So there's a couple of things that I really want you to take on board. First thing is, you have a massive amount of untapped potential, okay? So now is your time. Now is your time to really stand out and be seen. And I think you do this by not so much thinking outside of the box, but dismiss any thought of box whatsoever. You've got to take a completely different approach. I think if I can recall this correctly, I think it was Henry Ford who said, "For God's sakes, will somebody find me a handful of people with the infinite capacity to not know something can't be done?" And I think that's your strength. And that kind of wonderful, not naivety, but refreshing, non-cynical, non-sort of, can-do kind of attitude that you've got that, yeah, we can do this, there's got to be a way, and you will figure it out where other people have fallen. So use that. The important thing for you, though, is to have a little bit of a sense of direction, because this dolmen here indicates that you don't need to know exactly where it is you're going, but you've got to have something in which you can take a bearing on. So I think, honestly, it really is your time, so embrace it and dare to stand out now. And dare to come up with new ideas. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
All right, I know it's not your turn, but I feel like you need this one. Okay. So Sammy said she's working with this person that it's very professional, and they have a professional relationship, but she kind of thinks that there might be feelings, and she doesn't know if she should act on feelings or if she should just keep it professional.
Oh, Sammy, hi, by the way.
It's a good one, eh?
Yeah, but it's a tough one when you're deling with the workplace. Outside of work...
What are the rules?
Yeah, outside work, I'd say, go for it. What do you got to lose? Let's see what I can pull for you here, though. Because it's always tough. I like to say, do what you feel is right. Well, we have the Lovers. Now, don't take that as a pass for you to do whatever you want to do under the desk at work. It just means...
Sammy, we're answering your question now, so listen up.
What I get from that, really, a lot of times... in this deck, it's two people coming together. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean romance. It could mean in an agreement or in some way having to get things done and having to work together. What I think it says for you is you kind of have to take it out of the workplace and have a conversation about whether there's something going on there or not, and not while you're at work. So I know it's hard. You may not, all right, if you don't already have an outside work relationship and that's what you're trying to get to, it doesn't have to be that strange to get there. What I'm trying to say is, you can feel someone out very easily by asking, what are you doing for lunch today? If they go to a regular place, can you go here or there, whatever, invite them along or something very casual, and not to tip them off too much. But if you think there's feelings there, then you're probably reading it right. But see if you can get some more information. You can certainly just ask the person. It's one way to go, but it's not my way either, so I understand.
I don't know, go out for coffee first.
Yeah, I do the coffee thing first. If you can somehow get that in there, which is a lot easier, and then you can bring up whatever conversations. But if you really feel there's something there probably is, but you certainly want to find out some more details about whether they're available and all that kind of stuff, and even if a relationship at your job and where you work is even feasible or possible. So there's some things to work around, but try and get them in a different situation and feel it out that way. So good luck.
So what you're saying, hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name, doesn't always work?
Yeah, not all the time. Tried that.
All right. So I have Isa. Anything good coming in her love life? Ooh. I think that you are in a place to be open and ready to accept good people, and you're really hi Rosemary, and you're really going to cut down the candidates that aren't for you. So this is a really good card. In my deck, I use this as my Taurus card. Don't ask me how to explain. This is what it is. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. So I'd say that's a very positive outlook for your love life. And it could very well be that you are going to become involved with a Taurus or someone who has Taurian traits. Someone who's very grounded, very solid, very loyal. You won't have to worry about cheating, and who won't take you for granted. So I think there's some really good things coming where love life is concerned for you, Isa.
Excellent.
All right.
So,
do you have another question?
I'm just wondering, have you seen a question from Raven? She's
Raven posted it, and I saw it go by really quick. I got part of it.
All right. So Raven, do me a favor, because if you're PMing it, we have to come out of
We can't take any more time to get her to ask
All right.
a question. I'm sorry to be rude.
All right.
But I told her we can't go to a third place. I saw it go by. We will get to her, but we're about 10 behind, and we
All right.
only have half an hour left.
All right.
So we've
All right.
spent now 3 times the amount of time to answer her question to get her to ask it. And I'm sorry to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. Gabriella, yes, you're still on the list.
Who we got next?
We have Talia, whom you see, Talia, it is very difficult to retain sanity at this time with Mercury retrograde and the Jupiter retrograde. And poor Rogan's like, don't be mean to Raven. All right.
She wasn't being mean. It's being mean to me. I'm the
No,
one who gets the
because
butt of it.
come on already.
It's all my fault.
This is for Talia. She wants to know if she's going to retain her sanity while searching for an apartment. And Talia, I left you a message the other day because your book is in.
Oh,
So sorry, dear.
it's all right.
Sanity? What have you got? Oh, stop worrying.
Yeah. Again, this is the definitive. Just try to rest easy here. I think you're not getting enough sleep right now. I think your mind is doing 110 miles an hour, and this is actually eating at you. It's gonna make you. I hate to say it, drop the ball where you don't need to, because you're not getting enough physical rest. It's not just about worry for you. I think this really is getting to you. So take a walk. I want to say go to church, and I don't mean go to a fancy building. I mean get out into nature and just let your sense of balance be restored, and just It'll be fine. It'll all come. You don't drive yourself mad over this, okay? Because I think sometimes if you squeeze the soap in your hand, the soap, the soap in the bath, it shoots straight out of your hand. So gently here, just be focused and laid back, and not in such a tirade, if you will, and it'll be okay. It will. Got to get more sleep over.
Albert. This is his Albert.
Albert, you're up
Albert's
now.
up.
Albert, you've got Albert's question, because if not, I've got it here.
Yeah, tell me the question.
He wants to know how he can break the cycle.
All right.
Interested in a card that comes up and our interpretation thereof. And it's down to you.
Judgment.
Ah.
Well, I know this is going to seem like a funny answer, but the first thing I think would be meditation and clearing and balancing the chakras. This is Archangel Gabriel. He's the angel that gave Joan of Arc her strength and spoke to Mother Mary. So he is the angel of strength and like positive ways of doing things. And he's resurrecting these souls by blowing his Red Cross horn here. And there are 7 little lines coming out of there. So that is one tone for each chakra. So I think the first thing you can do is find balance within yourself through meditation and chakra work. And I do think that you can clear away any kind of attachment that you might have to the things that you perceive to be in your way. Sometimes we get so used to living with something or in a certain way, we just take it for normal when it's not, and then we don't know how to make those changes. So I think chakra healing, chakra balancing, and you can find some great guided meditations for that. And I think that's a great first step.
Awesome.
All right. So, Rogan, Cindy wants to know, what do you see for the rest of the year for her?
Hi, Cindy. Let's pick a good one here. Oh, well, we've got the Hangman. Don't worry about that. He's actually not really a bad card. A lot of people think that it means you're stuck going nowhere. Make light of everything. What I get from you is, it is the card of the tendency to at times feel or get stuck, so to speak. And this just tells me don't let it get the better of you. You know what I mean? Don't let it trip you up. When it happens sometimes unexpectedly, but I'm not seeing anything negative out of this, really. Just, life has its positives and negatives almost all the time. And I don't know what the first half of the year was like for you, but without the cards energy and just trying to focus on you and the rest of the year, I feel it's going to be, for a lot of people, progressively getting better. There may have been some rough spots in there, and I think a month or so of some kind of discord energy, but I feel positive things happening for you going forward. And sometimes we get a card that makes us stop and think, because it's about saying, what do you want, and not letting things get in your way. And some people just need to see a card that they think is going to be a block for them, so they can say, well, I'm not going to let anything stop me. And sometimes that's why we get a card like that, but it doesn't really mean anything negative. I think there's going to be good things coming for the rest of the year for you. I hope that helps.
Sounds awesome. So listen, I just want to address those people who are posting on the
Witch's Tea Party.
Witch's Tea Party
You're not
page.
going to get your question answered there.
No, you got to come over to the Awareness Shop, or you've got to go to the Awareness Shop's YouTube channel. We are seeing it. We are one computer down. I'm sorry. We
can only be in 2 places
exactly.
at once, not 3.
So we're not ignoring you. So please, obviously, if you're watching on the Witch's Tea Party, there's a link in that, and just just at the top there. Go and click on that. Come over
Okay.
there, and then it's going to be easier. Because
Now I clicked over, and now I don't know how to get back to where I was.
So there'll be a slight delay.
Well, no, I just,
Hey, I'm gone.
you're gone.
How'd it get
because
gone?
It's back to the live beginning, and I can't
Just
get...
just hit the center of the screen. It'll catch up.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I'm going to have to come over there then.
No,
or not.
it's all good. I have Gabrielle who would like to have a question for her love life, and whose turn is it?
I just went.
He went.
No, it's you
It's either
then.
you or me. So, and this is Gabrielle for her love life.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite an interesting card.
So annoyed.
Yeah, six of cups. Forgive me, my not four, six of cups. It's almost like you're focused on this loss that we've got. You know, this shadowy figure disappearing out of the picture here, and yet, right front and center of you, you are adored. I mean, there's like here, these are for you. These are for you. Take this. I just feel that somehow you're focused on the wrong thing right now, and I think if you just like allow yourself a little period just to recover, to come back to your center, if you will, and then you may be aware that there's somebody on your periphery, not that far away from you, who absolutely adores you and has done for some appreciable time. You might want to think about that.
All right, I'm going to hand you the computer because I can no longer see any new questions.
All right, I will endeavour to fix this. So you and Rogan keep going while we.
And I will take. Lisa G asked if there was a message from the universe. So yes, the message from the universe is don't ask your questions on the witch's tea party tonight. No. All right, so this is for Lisa G. The Ace of Wands. Well, all the aces are really positive cards, and they're about new beginnings. And this is about growth and the possibility or the opportunity to move. So it could be an opportunity to move forward, or it could actually be an opportunity to change residence. So I think your message is be open to growth. Be open to things that will stimulate you and bring you where you want to be. So I think it's a very positive card. Rogan, Desiree would like guidance for her relationship.
Hi, Desiree. Well, what's going on?
What's
It's hard
going
to
on?
say because we're way off here.
Yeah, no, I clicked over to the witch's tea because I saw people who saying we're fake and we're not really answering questions live, and
We are. Trust me, we are.
Don't be saying that now. Click for more.
What was her name?
Desiree.
Desiree, hi, dear. I got the Empress for you.
Ooh, nice.
Nice card. It's there's nothing negative or bad I can say, which is a good thing. So I'm not sure what you're looking for an answer there, but this just tells me that you're in a comfortable situation. I like to call the Empress in my deck. There's a mom holding a baby in this particular deck, and I like to look at it as the comforts of home, the comforts of your surroundings, the home life you make, your relationship that you have. I don't. Not picking up on any negatives, so I just think that if things are good and comfortable, good. Nothing negative is coming that I certainly see here. So keep things positive, things comfortable. Communication is always important in a relationship. So it's really about how you feel. If you feel good in a relationship, then continue on and do what you are doing that works for you two. And when things stop working, then you have to shift things a little bit and change it around a little bit. But I don't have anything negative to say. Just I've seen good things there. So.
All right. So Raven, I I saw part of your question go by, so I hope this is what you wanted to ask. The part I saw was, a lover would be lovely. So now I will answer that. A lover would be lovely. All
I
right.
have no idea how you get back to that.
So no, I think we're gonna just. What time is it?
6:39.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is I can't see any more questions now.
All right.
So I shouldn't have clicked over. But I got really frustrated because we're wasting a lot of time. Anyway, Raven, the King of Swords, I think, is Libra energy. So now Libra's also ruled by Venus, so that bodes well for a relationship. This may be with someone who is in law enforcement, or possibly someone like a lawyer or an officer of the law, or even someone who works in the court system. I also think that it will be somebody that will be very fair, and have a decent sense of humor and a decent sense of morals and what's right. So they may be, at first, they may appear to be a little bit restrictive, or I don't want to use the word controlling because that seems a little too strong, but they may have a very specific way or routine of how they do things, and they'll kind of be expecting you to fall into their routine. So I think the biggest challenge will be to get them to get out of their routine. So if you do that with humor and light, you'll be okay. So I do think there is possibility of love in the air. We could also look at this as the Libra time of year, which is coming up in the fall. It's the end of September to the beginning of October. So I think that is a pretty decent card for that. And the last question that I took was Tara, who had asked on the Witch's Tea. I couldn't see her question. I could only see it where it said, this isn't live. They haven't heard me yet, kind of thing. So we're going to have to go with what message do we have for Tara? Just what does Spirit have to tell her?
All right. Well, for that, Tara, I'm going to use one of these Whispering Woods. Yeah.
They're so cute.
They're very cute.
They're cute.
It's a tiny
Somebody
little
tell
deck
me,
of
yeah.
little inspiration cards. And so let's pick out from one of these and just see what message they have for you. And yours is Journey. Branch out into new worlds. So, live a little, girl.
Get out of your comfort zone, right?
Absolutely. Go for whatever has been holding you back. And if there's something that you've been wanting to do but not able to for any reason, then try and figure out a way to do it. That's kind of what it's all about. But Journey is good. It's a positive. It's just saying, go for it. Do what makes your heart feel good, and what makes you happy, makes you smile, and have a good time at it. So there you go. Sorry we didn't have a question exactly.
I don't know. I think your questions are in sync, even if the video isn't.
I don't think so.
Just scroll down and see who you've got. Because I don't know. I mean, I've got all sorts going on here on Facebook still. This is what you get with the Mercury retrograde.
Okay.
So
all right, yes. So
they
here we
are
are.
in sync.
Yep. So it's your turn. This is good. I'm glad we got back there.
We're back.
The picture's just not in sync. The questions
right.
are.
But again, Tara, there's no way I can get to your question without disrupting everything. So if you want to come over to the Awareness Shops page and go onto the live video and ask your question, we could probably fit you in before we're finished. But if not, you can go with what Rogan just told you. So, Anton, this is for Alex. Alex needs his business to turn around before he goes under. He's had a string of bad events, and he wants to know, is there anything he can do to overcome them? And hi, Vanessa, and hi, Liz.
There's lots you can do. You're certainly not helpless. I think you're almost doing a bit of the deer in the headlights right now. This indicates quite clearly that you've got massive potential. All right, the plowed field goes right off both sides of the card, but the plowed field isn't producing crops just yet. It's just ready to do so. We've got the ability to earn a great deal of money here. You've got that. This is, Pentacles. But for you, Knights are about communication. So I still think you're a bit of a well-kept secret. You need to start creating a bit of a buzz about yourself, network more, talk about your business, talk about what it does. Infect people with your passion, okay? Put the spurs to the horse and get bloody well on with it. Adapt. Improvise, overcome. You can do it. You'd be amazed what you can do with what you've got. Not, oh, if only I had a a thing of one of them. Yeah, great, but you don't. You've got to do what you can do with what you can do right now, and you can do so much more than you're actually doing. So consider it a little gentle kick up the arse and get on with it.
What was that?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
All right. What? Who? This is completely
Ignore
out
that
of
the
sync.
video is
But
way
I-
out of sync. This
but I
one's
finally
closer.
got back to my
Oh,
questions.
now you made me touch
so,
that.
All right. So, what did you see?
There was a little orb thing that just
Oh,
came
a little
up
orb
in
thing?
his seat when he was gone.
Oh, that's
We'll
weird
have to look
because
back at that later.
yes,
I
we
don't
will.
know if that's what.
But that's what Pam
mentioned.
said they
Yeah.
saw an orb by Anton. All right. Vanessa would like a card for love, and that's you.
Oh.
Sorry,
Hello, Vanessa.
because I've got to catch up.
I'm in the mood for love. Look, 3 of Cups. So, what's the question? Is love coming in your life?
Yeah, they just want to know. Love. What can they tell us about love?
Well, I like to we don't get to do it every day, but I like to put out there, you bring in what you put out. So if you put out positive, you get positive back. If you put out love, you bring love back. So if you're looking for a relationship or a loving relationship, then you have to put yourself out there, but you also have to be open-minded and realize that there's, you can draw the perfect picture in your head of who you're looking for, and you're probably not wind up with anything close to that. It's just the way it works. We can't, if we could make them out of clay and then happen, then that'd be one thing, but it doesn't usually work that way.
Well,
I'll make one out of clay.
Yeah, doesn't work. But I don't have any bad message for you. I have a good one. Put out positive and bring positive things, to you. If it's something you feel strongly about, you don't have, the love in your life, you can meditate on it, think about it, about different ways that you can make yourself, attracting to other people. Just get your mind wrapped around the idea, and then do whatever it is that you feel you need to do. Love is out there; it's everywhere. You just gotta, embrace it, not be afraid to find it. So good luck, honey.
okay. Pam wants a card regarding her health.
Well, you're picking that. Albert says, cool, thank you very much. I'll look into that. And yes, it does resonate with him. So
Awesome.
excellent. And this is for Pam regarding
Pam's health.
Pam's
health. Wheel of Fortune. Spin the wheel, round it goes. Where it stops, no one knows. Or does it? It's not all up in the air. You're not, a victim of circumstance here. I think you can actually take an awful lot more active role in this, because if you notice, straight at the top of this wheel, we have this Sphinx with the sword of control in its hand. So it's up to you how hard you spin that wheel, whether you spin it at all, whether you put a little bit of drag on it, whether you turn it back to where you want it to go. It is up to you. You've got to take an active role in this. And interestingly enough, we've got an open book, which means there are no specific decisions, if you will. Nothing's set in stone here. It's not like this is your fate and so be it. I think it's up to you. I think start to align with the more positive things that you want in your health. Really start to make some active health management choices. Get a little more active, get a little more motivated. Get it into a happy environment, where you can laugh, because laughter is fantastic medicine. It really is. And I think, maybe contemplate taking a bit of time and a little bit of vacation, and just allow yourself to just come back and really start to make some healthful choices. And I think you're going to do fine, really. Next.
All right. Next is Liz, who just said she'd like a card. So this one looks like it's yours. Oh, Page of Cups. All right. So my advice to you is don't buy into anybody else's drama. You can step back or step out of the picture and give great advice. And yes, Tina, I have that we're going to pull you a card. You're actually next.
Aha.
So Liz, sometimes you think, oh my gosh, look at this tree, and you can't see the forest. But if you step back away a little bit, you can get a clearer view of the picture. So I think that you're getting tons of information from all kinds of places, and some of it may not be completely accurate. So consider your sources before you fly off the handle. And you remember too that these next few weeks are very delicate with communication and things like that. But I think that I don't know, maybe you're Pisces or something. I think you can kind of digest things and let them brew. And then, now it's the challenge to let them brew into something wonderful, like a great aged wine, rather than let them brew to explosion. So, don't worry about what other people say. Worry about what you know, and you'll be fine. All right, Rogan. Tina would like a card, please.
Hi, Tina.
We're probably running out of...
Yeah, I posted that we've taken Ash. I have Ash, and the Ashes will be the last card because we don't have time.
Hey, Jira Studios, hello. You're late to the party. Well, late's better late than never. But we're going to struggle to do you a question at this point.
Right, so Tina just wants a card for anything.
Tina would like just a card, whatever message we have for her.
All right, I'm going to give you an inspiration card then.
I was wondering when he was going to pull these out. These are so cool. The Whispering Woods.
All right, this one is surprises. It's under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. These are the little Whispering Woods inspiration cards that we're just had out tonight in case we needed to give someone a couple of words.
They really are superb. They really are, yeah.
So what I get for that is, there's so many possibilities out there. Sometimes we look past the obvious, or we're looking too hard for something, and it's right in front of us the whole time. It's one of those. Be spontaneous,
yes.
and find your own surprises. They're out there. Just pick up those rocks and look for those hidden gardens.
I know it's Rogan's turn, but I got to tell you, Tina, I think it was George Carlin who said, life isn't measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. I really think you need to go out and experience some wonder,
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Anton, you're up.
Yep.
Luann says she's had 2 really rough years and she'd like to know if they're going to ease up.
Well, hello.
Ease up.
Thanks for joining in. This is a great card. This is the Minor Arcana Lovers card. It's the 2 of Cups, but for me this indicates a mutually healing relationship. So I think if you're not currently involved, then that's certainly on the cards for you. And I think this is one where I wasn't looking to see what I found. Plus the fact, he saves her, and then what does she go and do but save him right back? So this is a wonderful kind of, I don't know, very, very. It's about true partnership, which I think is so important. And if you are currently involved, work on that. Work on bringing back that degree of sort of, you know, sharing and caring and communicate more. You know, you've got a great opportunity with the porch weather now. You know, just get yourself the beverage of your choice, and the two of you sit out there and just talk about anything, really, because this is where the magic lies.
Okay. Rogan.
Yes.
Desiree wants a card. Advice about love, please.
Hi, Desiree. Advice about love. All right.
Run! No. Sorry.
It looks like a bad card. Love in general, or advice about who usually meet. Knight of Swords. Okay, in my deck, he actually looks like a very scary, bad card. But it's one of the things that's saying don't judge a book by its cover. So, or don't judge people by people in your past. So, I get this a lot when there's. It's kind of like the fear of the unknown. So saying this card may look bad, but he's the Knight of Swords. Is he really being given that position just so he can run amok and do bad things? No, because behind that there's actually a knight who's willing to stand up and do his job. So really, when I say fear of the unknown, is don't let that stop you from going forward and finding what's out there. Sometimes you have to dig beneath the surface a little bit more. Some people aren't as open as you may want them to be. And then some people are too open. You get too much information in the beginning. You kind of got to balance it out. So I'm just going to go with this initial impression of this card and saying don't be fearful of what's out there. There's probably a lot better once you get to know the people, but you got to give them a chance to get there anyway, and you got to give them a chance to get to know you as well. So no fears, just go forward and think positive, and then bring positive to you.
Okay. So I can still see things flipping by of people asking questions, messaging the Witch's Tea Party, and I'm really sorry, but I did post and I did announce that all the questions would have to be asked either on YouTube or the Awareness Shops page tonight, because we don't have a way to monitor three things at once.
One computer down, I'm afraid.
Okay, so the last card for the night goes to Ashes. And it is just pull me a card and give me some advice. So, hi,
right,
Samaj. I think I will. Oh, the wish card.
There you go.
So, again, this is about learning how to manifest and have positive thoughts. So, you know, sometimes our mindset can really make a huge difference. Most times, our mindset makes a huge difference. If you keep saying to yourself, well, if that happens, then, you know, it's putting out there that it may or may not. But if you say, when such and such happens, then I'll do this. You speak it into being. So I think it would be great if you really focused in the morning when you're getting ready for your day. You know, we look in the mirror and brush our hair and look at yourself and say, I am living a joyful and abundant life. And just manifest and make your wishes come true. All right, so it's nearly 7 o'clock.
I know.
And we've had a wonderful Mercury retrograde sort of time tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Anton has allergies and he's gotten up and been sneezing and
It's been nuts, but it's
Rogan,
all good.
we would really, really like to express our thank you and gratitude for coming on to the Witch's Tea.
Thank you for having me.
And
He's
Rogan,
awesome.
Rogan and I have been friends since we were, I was 16. I think you were 15. I was 16.
Yeah.
So we've known each other a long time. And Rogan reads at the shop on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And this coming Saturday is our psychic fair.
Oh, wow,
So
it is,
it's
yes.
11 to 6 on Saturday. Readings are $10 for 10 minutes. So you could do 10 for 10, 20 for 20, 30 for 30, or up to a full hour for $60. Rogan will be reading, Anton will be reading, Avalon, Gwendolyn, Lori's going to be in for part of the day, Amaryllis, and Hannah. So I think that's everybody for this go.
The gang's all here.
The
just
gang's
about.
all here. No, we're missing a few, but there'll be 7 readers. We'll also have Reiki, chakra crystal energy therapy, and again, you could do 20 minutes with one reader, 20 minutes with another reader, whatever you want to do. But it's a good way to kind of get an introduction. And if you go back onto the Awareness Shop's page and look at the videos, we've hosted almost all of our readers for the Awareness Shop Live, so you can really see their style and their way of delivering things. So you can kind of see who you vibe to. All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Thank you, Rogan.
very, very much. Yeah, thank you, Rogan.
Yes,
it was
thank you.
Awesome. You guys, wonderful. So I'm going to hit stop and we'll say our goodbye.